One of the great features of the RAM Promaster is that the doors, the rear doors, can swing open 260 degrees and fold almost flat against the van's exterior, leaving an opening of 60 inches wide. This feature is very attractive to tradesmen. However, this feature brings with it common problems. Frequent use of the doors, swinging the full 260 degrees, causes loose or severed electrical wires. The left rear door has power for the license plate bulbs, and the right rear door has 4 wires that are needed to provide power locks. On our van, like many half-life cargo vans, the electrical to the right rear door had been severed. In this video, I'm going to show you how I fixed the problem. Here you can see the 4 severed wires. You can also see how the internal spring system retracts the wires when the door closes. I'll give you a peek inside the door in a second. On the body, if you look closely, you can see the severed wires just inside the hinge, just inside and just out of reach. Here I'm removing the rear panel to give you a look inside. It's not necessary to remove this panel to make this repair, although it doesn't hurt either. By removing the panel, you can visually check that things are retracting smoothly when your repair is complete. Preparing the severed wires for a 6-inch extension and solder. Removing the wiring harness or guide from the rear doorpost, not sure what this thing's called. Oh, it's a tiny little clip. Setting up a simple clamp to keep the wires from pulling inside the door while I'm working on them. Ooh, look at that. Now the idea now is to get it to drop on my knee and burn my knee. That's generally how this works. Here I'm using electrical tape as an insulator as I can't find my heat shrink. Okay, 4 more to go. Don't think I have an orange. I've just added 4 6-inch pieces of wire to the electrical in the door. I'm now soldering these new pieces to the 4 severed wires coming out of the back of the van. Here, come take a look at this. So this, we have the extra in here now. But the long and the short of it is, you see this part, this plastic piece right here? It has to slide in here when it closes. These two have to meet. So all of this cable has to go in there. So you don't want to have a whole bunch of extra here. Now I've added 6 inches to this. So I'm tucking that 6 inches, a good portion of it, into about there. And my thinking is I'll use a black tie to clamp down on it here. If you look inside here, we have a whole bunch of the connectors a little bit thicker. So I'm going to just tuck it in like that.
about there, and pull this down, but I'll leave the back side smooth because it has to run against this. So that's my thinking. All right. So what I'm planning on doing here is I've removed the bracket. I'm going to place a retainer in behind it to be a friction stop. So something like that. Okay. Now this will go down there. You see how it's holding it? That's fantastic. So I'm going to pop this back in. Probably I'll put a clamp right there as well. One here. We'll call it done. So that's all the way in. Great friction stop. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. That's good. Very good. Take this out. All right. Put her back in here. Pull it back in the channel. Well, that appears to be working as good as it is. As good as it gets. Okay. Lock. All right, let's see what's locked. Cool.
Good for you.
Cool. So I'm going to unlock the front. Okay. This one's unlocked. The sliding door is still locked. And this is still locked. So unlock the back. Oh yeah.
I was considering installing a thin aircraft cable between the door and the van to ensure the electrical wiring wasn't taking the brunt of the tension during opening. But I played with it for a bit, and the forces are very light. If I ever have to do this repair again, I may take that extra step.